He's done it!
Throws up the floater.
Oh, it's astonishing.
Pulls off three-pointer.
We are back with another episode of Off The Record. I am your host, Bailey Jackson, joined by my co-host, Lachelle Smith. Lachelle, it's week 12, and week 12 means we're going to have technical difficulties. Yay!
Rite of passage.
Oh, it's like I hate it here, but I love it here. But it's just so annoying when things don't want to work properly, especially after working well for 11 weeks prior. And then week 12, it's like, no, not today. Not today.
Apple needs to send us some new products. Apple, we need MacBooks, we need PC, we need iPads, we need some things. We need some items. If you would like to donate, you have Apple Sports, that is a big deal. We can contribute to that because we need equipment. Things are happening, okay? Things are happening.
On that note, let's go ahead and jump into the show. I don't want to talk about this man, but I fear we are talking about him once again. And if y'all watch this, literally, sigh. If y'all watch this show, we're not big Cowboys fans, and I don't like to waste too much time on Jerry Jones. But he said something so wild that we cannot ignore.
After you bought the Cowboys, what was your next biggest purchase after that?
Oh, well, I think Deion Sanders. Seriously. It was so big, I gave Deion more cash than I had when I bought the Cowboys. And that was just a couple of years later. Right before I gave him that money, Deion, I went back to my hometown and I walked around my neighborhood and I saw a tree that I'd knocked the bark off of when I was 9 and 10 in the old area that we used to play on the playground. Because then $1 was everything. And I thought, I'm fixing to give him almost $13 million.
Wow.
And I walked back to that old house, looked at it, looked around, those old houses that I knew better than my own name. That was then. This is now. I'm going for it.
I love it.
So I paid him his money, and in my mind, he contributed mightily to a Super Bowl.
Oh, he did.
Was he confused?
I don't think he was confused. I don't think he was confused. No.
He was confused. Stop.
So cut the cameras. Cut the cameras. Where is it?
He was confused. Bailey, he was confused. No. That is dementia. He went somewhere else. I don't know.
That's dementia. Lachelle, I don't think that's dementia. As much as I'd love to believe that is not exactly how we are perceiving it, I think it is exactly how we are perceiving it. He said the next thing I bought was Deion Sanders. It was I'm fixing to give him $13 million. I'm like, what in the slave mentality?
I'm speechless because that man said, I went back to my childhood home. I saw the tree. Mm-hmm. I said, oh, where are we going with this? Where are we going? He said, I saw the bark on the tree. Jerry, where
are we going? It's starting to get a little dark.
We're in some sundown territory right now. What are you saying?
Yeah.
I will say this. I have interviewed Jerry Jones before at an NFL honors, and I'm gonna say he was really nice. I do believe I think he's in and out of decades. Like I think I don't know. He be in and out of decades. I'm not defending that because I actually am speechless. I don't want to believe that I don't want to believe it. But I know what I saw. That man said Deion Sanders, and he looked like
Yeah,
meant what I said.
it's that part. It's like you're saying that without a flinch. You answered that, so Deion Sanders.
Not like an explanation like, well, when I paid Deion all that money, like Deion. That's who I bought.
Yeah, he meant that exactly how it sounded. Unfortunately.
You heard the reporter? She was like, yeah.
Yeah. If I'm
Because what do you
No, literally, I'm like, if I'm the reporter, how am I reacting? In the back of my head, I'm like, I think I would have to play it cool for the sake of the interview, but I'd be like,
yeah.
What the this man just said it? I mean, and she's white, so like different reaction, but at the same time,
Sanders. Whoo.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, crazy answer. Not even crazy question. I was about to say crazy question because the question was so normal. So normal.
The question was very, very normal. So it was a good question, technically.
Yeah. No, great question. Answer was yeah, out the door. He said, I bought Deion.
Gary's not in 2025. I don't know how many times I got to keep telling y'all that. He's not in 2025. That man holds a grudge about some money, though. Woo, I respect that, though. Yeah. Boy, him and Julius off of, like, Everybody Hates Chris would have been besties. Because, like, that man is counting that money. Okay, that man said I was broke when I gave him that money. I had to go home and walk around. Like, that man ain't playing.
Broke 13 mil. First of all, it's not like it's his money that's tied up in these contracts. That's the other thing. Like, let's really actually sit back and think about this. What was the first thing you bought? You're not taking your own $13 million. Like, this money is tied up in the team.
Yeah.
What are you talking? Like, the fact that that's where his head went.
He said he went broke.
You didn't go broke. You didn't.
Jerry not playing. He said, if y'all think I'm not giving money now, just understand I didn't want to give money back then either.
And now we know why. Now we know why he is how he is. We've been known, but this further validates it. Yeah.
I respect the consistency. I don't like somebody I can't predict. You could predict him.
Yeah.
There's no surprise. Now that's not really a surprise. It was more like, Jerry, what? Jay,
what did I just watch?
Why did you say that? Like that?
No hesitation.
He's probably like, what? He's like, what? I did buy him.
No hesitation.
And then smiled after.
And this is why we don't give too much time to the Cowboys and Jerry Jones. Because it goes to places that
you can't make that up. You can't make that. I don't even believe that man got an iPhone. I think he got a real trap phone. People been like, oh, why text messages of Jerry Jones don't ever leak? That man ain't using no iPhone. Y'all not gonna get them messages.
Oh, I'm so dead.
That man got a secret trap phone where the real business is done. He has a landline at home.
He's only talking on the phone. No text messages ever.
Landline. Or in person.
Yeah, I could see that being the case. He seems like let's set up a meeting and settle this face-to-face type of guy.
Yeah. He's not getting tripped up. The day that happens, I would be stunned, but the man is not getting tripped up. You get what he says in the media, but the stuff he probably really letting fly, we ain't never gonna see it. We ain't never gonna see it at all. Dang.
Speaking of things that we might have thought we would have never seen, we're going to talk a little bit about Michigan football because this week they were handed Lachelle, your whole demeanor just changed. Your whole demeanor just changed. We even get through the intro. Oh, okay. I want to get to your reaction here in a second. But to jog everybody's memory, from 2021 to 2023, Michigan football staffer Connor Stallions ran an illegal in-person scouting network that secretly recorded opponents' sideline signals at dozens of games. He spent thousands on tickets, then later destroyed evidence as the NCAA closed in. Investigators found that head coach Jim Harbaugh and staff failed to monitor and fully cooperate, leading the NCAA to issue historic penalties this past week. We're looking at fines exceeding $20 million, 4 years of probation, recruiting restrictions, and major show cause orders. For Harbaugh, it's 10 years, Stallions 8, and then others 2 to 3 years. Current head coach Sharon Moore was suspended 3 games. 2 of those games he's serving in 2025. The third that he is serving in 2026. Michigan does get to keep its 2023 national title and avoid a postseason ban, but the school is now appealing. Lachelle, let's get to your reaction.
I guess I'm just confused on, I've seen the NCAA vacate wins and take away championships for much less that actually did not impact the team winning games. I'm confused because sign stealing directly impacts the outcome of a game. And when you watch the documentary that is on Connor Stallions, where he is, habitually and pathologically lying over and over and over, you hear guys from other schools at that time that competed against Michigan, and the direct quotes they say is, it's like they knew exactly what we were running. I don't get how you don't vacate wins. I don't understand how you don't have a conversation of, hey, maybe this national championship has to get stripped. I'm confused with the NCAA. The things that we've seen them take away wins for and seen them very excessive in taking national championships. And I think people don't realize the stamps of how national championships have been stripped. I mean, I know someone's going to be like, well, we shouldn't strip it because of this, that, and the third. And it's like, they've stripped national championships over improper investigations. Like USC, best example to give. Reggie Bush to this day is like, the NCAA didn't even really investigate me. They just went off an assumption and boom.
Right.
All these things vacated.
Right. Yeah. Well, and that's the point that I was going to bring up. And I know a lot of people have mentioned that example is like USC being probably the most extreme version of, this is the penalty handed for a case that did not deserve that level of penalty. Granted, people's argument in bringing that conversation up is you're talking pre-NIL versus post-NIL era. So it's like, are we comparing apples to apples, or are we comparing apples to oranges in this case?
Right.
That could, still be debated. But yeah, there's been plenty of examples. In fact, I took the time to research it because I'm sitting here like, this cannot be real, because it really seems like a slap on the wrist. You've had in the last 20-ish years about 6 different major college football scandals. You had one with USC, the one we just talked about. Missouri, there was some academic fraud, tutors completing coursework. You had Ohio State, the tattoo for memorabilia scandal back in 2012. You had Miami, where boosters were providing benefits. You had FSU back in 2007. All of those cases had resulted in either postseason ban, scholarship reductions, vacated wins, show cause penalty, or a combination of all 4. And guess what Michigan got out of all 4 of those? One thing. The
reduction. Yeah. I don't get it. I'm not a Michigan hater. For the people that went to Michigan, I know the fan base is very strong and mighty. My entire family is from Michigan. Listen, if we're being fair, we gotta be real. Sign stealing directly impacts a game.
Absolutely.
Tutors doing homework does not.
No.
Is it wrong? Yes. Yes, it is. Is that impacting you going out there and executing a game? No.
Absolutely.
Does even giving money in a paper bag pre-NIL impact somebody going out there and winning or losing a game? No. This man was at other sidelines of other schools.
Yeah.
And then lied multiple times. And you're telling me it's okay. You could still have a shot at the playoff. You could still have.
Shout out the title. And that's the thing. They won the title that year too. So it's like you're telling us the 2023 college football title is tainted, but it's okay to cheat. That's fine. It's okay. That whole championship, fine. Fine. No.
That doesn't make sense.
NCAA, yeah, they need to get that figured out because
That's not fair.
This isn't adding up.
It's not fair. And like, I don't know, we have to research next time, like who's on that board that made those decisions, because I would like to know who's a Michigan alum.
Let's see.
Yeah. See, these are the questions that you guys start. Cause I'm like, who in there really lobbied to be like, no, we're going too far. Don't vacate the wins. Don't vacate the season. Postseason ban? Absolutely not. Let's make them pay us millions of dollars, which again, okay. And then let's reduce some recruitment stuff. Oh, and like, let's put a little ban on Connor and then Harbaugh and then, yeah, that's it. But like, let's not affect the fact that this season that they had was so magical.
Yeah.
Was also directly impacted by sign stealing. Now, again, Connor Stallions is a genius. I want to go on record saying that. I watched that documentary. The guy is smart, and I respect the system that he built. And in the documentary, he even says it. He was like, I mean, if you're not smart enough to do it how I did it, like, why be upset? Like, if I was doing this for another school, they would have gladly took the help, right? And he's like, there's this underground world of sign stealing, and like, I just figured it out in a different format. Again, kudos and respect to the system, but you did get caught.
Right.
You got caught. So
how smart are you if you got caught?
And then the man's in the documentary like laughing. He's like, he's at the national championship game. He's in the little box watching the game. And just as all this is happening, I would like to know who's on that board. That I think that should be public information.
Okay, so it is public information. There's what I'm seeing is two different things. So we have the Division I board of directors, and from that list, it has all of their institutions next to it. Now, I don't know if this means that this is the institution that they currently work for, if they were graduates of this institution or what, but there are no University of Michigan people on this list, which is interesting. Now, let me go back because I saw something else that was a different list, and that is the Board of Governors. So I don't know who ultimately made
the decision.
Yeah, exactly. Same situation. A university is associated with each person. Again, don't know if that is the university they're currently involved with or where they graduated from. Again, no University of Michigan people on here either. So I don't know.
I need to know who made this decision.
I
like, were there lawyers,
right?
Lawyers involved? Like,
I'm sure that there has to be some type of legal process involved.
I just don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't get it. I don't get. Maybe I can understand if they were like, we're not going to strip the championship, we're not going to strip the wins, but you are postseason ban. Like, for the next 2 to 3 years, you are not going to be able to go to the play. That, to me, I would have been like, okay, that makes a little bit more sense. But to not give them something that is directly a real consequence that they could think about and be like, okay, I'm not flinching over the money. They're not flinching over the money. They're not. They don't. I don't think they care. I don't think, again, Michigan, if I'm wrong, but I don't think they care about that. It is hefty. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, 20 mil is crazy, but
that's hefty.
20 mil is a lot.
Yeah, like that's a lot. But like, I would also love to see how much like the boosters of Michigan collectively make. Right. Like, I'm sure it's probably half of that, if not possibly more.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess for Michigan too, I'm sure they're probably not tripping over it too much. It's like, of course, every year their goal is to, win and make it deep into the season. But if we're being completely honest, looking at this Michigan team after Harbaugh left, it's not the same team and probably won't be the same team for a while. So their postseason play or, hopes of winning a championship in the next few years are probably lower anyways. So it's like, realistically, even if they got hit with that, would it matter too much?
Yeah.
Probably not. But that doesn't mean that they don't deserve it. And I think that's
Right.
still should be a heavily part of that conversation. I don't know if there's a situation or a world in which they can come back and basically say, hey, we made the wrong decision. This is the punishment that should actually be in place. I think that would make whoever is responsible look kind of foolish. So they doubt they would come back on their word. But there needs to probably be a larger discussion here because it's not adding up. And like we've said, it's saying that you can basically cheat and win a championship and all you're going to get is maybe a $20 million fine.
Right. Right. Like you're just going to count the cost. Like, I don't know. It's
20
weird.
mil? Like, oh, that's
Yeah.
an SEC program. Any of these Power 5 schools probably would be happy to fork over 20 mil and know that they could probably get away with sign stealing for a year or two and go win a chip as a result.
The whole thing is, this is just weird because I don't even know. This is like still in the same lane, but I don't know if you knew that Connor Stallions, after he got like dismissed or whatever, and he couldn't associate with Michigan, which he in the doc is like, like I would do it all over again because of Michigan. Like I'm okay because we won. Come to find out, like, I know everyone knows about Bryce Underwood, where, he had that big flip from LSU to Michigan, and people talk about how Tom Brady called him. And like, the truth of the matter is like Michigan threw a bag of money at him that was like life-changing, and he made a business decision. But the crazy thing about that is, which has me looking at Michigan, I'm almost certain, I could be wrong, so double check me when I say this, Bailey, but Connor Stallions ended up getting like an assistant coaching job at the high school Bryce Underwood was at the time when he was a few months away from making a decision of what school he was going to go to. And this was while he was committed to LSU. I'm almost certain. And everyone was like, that's a little odd, don't we think?
This is like, I'm on his Wikipedia page, so this is by no means accurate, but it says he recently served as the offensive coordinator at Belleville High School, coaching the nationally ranked #1 recruit in the country, Bryce Underwood.
Randomly got this job, and everybody was like, wait a minute, like, how does this? And then what happens? Month or two later, he flips from LSU to Michigan. Does Connor Stallions still work at that school? I don't think so.
Recently served as. I don't know where he is at now.
It's some actual mystery cases we could try to solve with Michigan that actually involve Connor Stallions, because I don't know how the NCAA also did not investigate that. Because how do you randomly get this job at this high school as an offensive coordinator to the #1 quarterback in the nation, who is, yes, from Michigan, but is committed to LSU, and then out of nowhere flips because you throw a bag of money at him. Tom Brady now calls him, and now you don't coach at that school anymore. I don't even know how no one even put in some type of case for like recruiting tampering. This all just goes on to say, I don't know if Michigan just doesn't have to follow the rules.
I don't know. I hope they do. I really hope they do, but right now it's giving they don't.
No.
Yeah, I would love to see. I don't know. Is there a governing body higher than the NCAA?
That's a great question.
God, I would love to see God come down and strike.
Who's making these rules?
Michigan. Ugh.
Like, who's making, and why don't they have to answer for this? Like, why is the governing body not having a press conference where people get to ask, what were the deciding factors when we look at all these other schools that you have vacated wins, postseason bans, championship strip? What in the criteria did you believe did not fit the same thing?
Right. When
this is actually directly impacting a game result.
Right. And a big game at that. Multiple.
They don't have to tell us anything. It's like, oh, deal with it.
Yeah, I
don't get it.
I don't get it either. As an Ohio State fan, I'm enraged, but you just won't see it because I have to stay neutral right now. On that note, we're going to go ahead.
I'll do it for the both of us because I'm not a fan of either.
That's fair. So USA Today just dropped their predictions for the season, and apparently the Ravens are taking down the Packers in the Super Bowl. Last year, they had the Jets winning it all based on the same projection chart, so I'm not sure how seriously I'm taking this. But with that said, let's dive in and react, starting with their prediction for the Ravens to beat the Packers. Do we realistically think we're going to see those two in the Super Bowl? And do we think that would be the outcome?
I don't have the Packers, but I can see the Ravens. I mean, they won, I want to say, 13 games last season?
Mm-hmm.
14 isn't crazy. I guess 14 is not nuts.
Yeah.
I would have them 12 to 14 wins. So I think that's logical. I think we're overestimating a little bit the Packers, though. I will say that much. That's a little excessive.
Mm-hmm. I would
Maybe?
say so. Yeah, I would 100% say
Yeah.
so. Because they have Packers 12-5 season, same as the Eagles. So you're telling me that they're beating the Eagles in the NFC Championship?
It's possible, but I wouldn't say likely. Well,
I don't know. I mean, there's a bunch of teams that they could be beating in the NFC Championship.
yeah, I was just about to say.
Like, let me rephrase that. Looking at the two teams that they quote unquote have ranked as, you know, from a win-loss record, that's they're par at, you know, they're even when it comes to the rest of the NFC with the Eagles, right? So saying that those are the two best teams, that's what I'm getting from that, right? You're saying that the Packers and the Eagles are the two best teams in the NFC based on win-loss record. Granted, that's just win-loss record, and this is a prediction at the end of the day. So in my head, that means they're guessing that you're going to have a Packers-Eagles matchup. That doesn't mean that's the case. It could go a handful of ways. But again, if that were to happen, realistically, are the Packers taking the Eagles out? Are the Packers taking any of the top teams? Because we're also Lions, Commanders, potentially the Cowboys. I don't really want to put them in that conversation. I'm trying to think who else. 49ers this year, they have them at 11-6. I don't see their season going that well. Rams, I don't think are going to have that great of a season either.
That might be an overestimation. They might have. I do think Green Bay is good. Like, I don't want to disrespect Green Bay because I'm a big Jordan Love fan. I think he's going to take leaps and bounds, great quarterback, all the things. I think they have a good wide receiver core, solid defense. I don't know. I just don't know if I would give them that many wins.
I don't think I would either.
That's a lot. I feel like you're setting them up for failure.
Also, schedule. Let's see. So they start the regular season playing the Lions.
Oh my gosh.
They play the Lions at home. I don't think that's going to be a win for them. I don't
at
think
home in Detroit or
no, at home in Green Bay.
They might.
I don't know.
Detroit be having some injuries. They be having some injuries. I don't know. You know what? We should probably predict it right now.
Wait. Okay, are we going through like their schedule, win-loss?
We should just go week 1.
Okay.
Do you believe that Green Bay could beat Detroit in week 1?
No.
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. We need a record of this. If we are on Twitch right now, chat needs to click this.
We should get like the sticky notes, like how Ernie Johnson does like the predictions for the playoffs and like stick it and keep it throughout the whole season to be like, okay, this is what our predictions were. Yeah.
I'll write it down.
I'm gonna say yes. They could win week 1.
Okay, so we're just doing Packers predictions.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of this conversation. So then week 2, they play the Commanders at home. I'm saying another L.
Low key though, the Commanders are being a little dysfunctional for me. Terry's still not signed. They're talking about trading Brian Robinson. I'm like, I don't know. There's no cohesion right now. I feel like maybe I'm actually on CBS side. I'm gonna take Green Bay because and I like Washington too. I just don't like the confusion. It doesn't make me feel good going into like a second week of a season and like I still feel this confusion before the season starts.
No, that's so fair. That's so fair.
And Green Bay's like, oh, we're good. We got Jordan Love. Like, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're just like, oh, we're ready for the season.
W again.
Yeah.
For week 2. Okay, so in week 3, Browns away. I think that's a win for them regardless.
Dang, I got them going 3-0 already. That's crazy. Ooh, I don't like that.
All right, week 4, Cowboys away.
I'm gonna take the Cowboys low
I
key.
was gonna say I think that's the L in my book.
Yeah.
Okay, then week 5 we've got Bengals at home.
I'm gonna take Bengals.
Yeah. Packers, Cardinals, and that is in a away game. Okay.
Watch like Kyler win the game on like a last second situation.
Okay. Steelers week 7, and that's away. I think it's
I'm gonna take Green Bay.
Ooh. Okay. Week 8. I don't know if this is actually, I'm not accounting for their bye weeks, which I don't think we've come across it yet. Maybe we have. Whatever. Okay, what did I just say? Steelers. Okay, so Panthers at home. It's a dub in my book.
I'm gonna take a shocker with that one and go Panthers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eagles at home.
I take Eagles.
Yeah. Giants away. I'm gonna say dub.
I'm gonna take Green. I'm gonna take Green Bay.
Vikings at home.
I'm gonna go Vikings.
Yeah, so that's L. Lions away.
I'll take Lions.
Bears at home.
I'm gonna take the Bears.
Really?
I was watching some clips of the preseason because Ben Johnson was like the ones on the offense. I need them out there, and like Caleb Williams looks really good. Like the offense looks really good, and I get it. It's preseason. Oh, they're not playing the ones deep, but it's like the concept when you are looking at it. He looks really good, and he looks comfortable in the offense. I think I'm gonna take Bears with that. I like Ben Johnson a lot. I think he's an offensive genius, and I think if you pair him with a young quarterback like this, where he's really honing in on like what this playbook is gonna be, what's gonna be required of you, I can see it.
Okay.
And I'm not even a Bears fan. It's a poverty of a franchise.
Very much so. Very, very much so. And for that reason, I'm giving them the Packers a win. Because the Bears haven't. Ooh, wait. Did they beat the Packers last year?
They might have like lost by like.
Because that's like a huge rivalry. That's the only thing. Yeah, that's a huge
big one.
Rivalry game. So that's the only.
I don't think they beat them. I don't think the Bears beat them last year.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just don't see the Bears coming into Green Bay and it's December. That doesn't make, I guess, a huge difference. Both outdoor. I'm still gonna get to the Packers. Okay.
You gotta have one you gotta have like a few that's like a shocker.
A shock factor.
Like,
yeah. I'm
gonna give the Bears the shock factor towards like we get in the depths of the season.
Okay.
I'll give it to them.
All right, Packers, Broncos. This is a away game.
I'm gonna take Broncos.
Yeah. Okay, and then we've got Bears again. That last Bears game, my bad. This one's away. That last Bears game was a home.
Ooh, I'll say Green Bay then. We'll split a pair.
I still think, yeah, that's Green Bay. And then last Vikings, and this is away.
I'll still go Vikings.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that. Okay, so
I trust their defense.
1, 2, 3. Man, Lachelle, you only got them winning 7 games.
See, that's not a lot.
But you were talking about 12, 13, or what did you say? 10?
No, I had 12 or 13 for Ravens. I didn't have that many for them.
My bad. Okay.
Yeah. At first when we got to week 3 and I kept saying when, I was like, dang, I got them going 3-0 already. Like I might be on CBS's side because like CBS, they were overly going. That was too many. That was too many. Yeah, that was too many. Like 12 wins.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
We got 12 is a lot. We're right there. I've got 6-10. You've got 7-9.
Okay.
It's definitely not a winning season for them by our calculations.
What was their record last year?
11-6. I understand now why they have them ranked 12-5.
Oh man, let me put some more respect then. That's kind of
What was our schedule last year?
They were good last year. That's what's crazy. They really were good last year. So actually, them giving them that many, it does kind of make sense.
No, it makes sense for sure. Okay, well,
because I guess they upped them one more extra win. Dang.
Yeah, which now I'm curious to see if that's how they determine a lot of these teams. Because the one thing that I thought was disrespectful was the Colts. Because why you have them 4-13? That's crazy. But what was our standings last year? Let me see. I know we finished better than 4.
Yo, that's so.
Yeah, we finished 8-9. Hold on. Yeah, what? I'm not mad. 4-13. That's Jags bad.
Half of those wins probably came at like the last 3 games of the season because everyone's like sitting out their starters and like.
Let me see.
Yeah, we're trying to get wins.
Did we win the last 3 games of the season? It would be funny if we did. Hold on. Preseason. Okay, we won the last game of the season. And then the game before that lost, but then won the other one. And then they lost that one before, but then won the other one.
So y'all stacked some wins towards the end.
And then, yeah.
Y'all stat padded a little bit.
A little bit. Granted, the last couple, like the last game of the season was the Jags.
Oh, that's fair.
And then before that was like the Giants, that was a loss. But then there was the Titans, but like.
The NFL season is just, I don't know, it's odd. It's
so odd.
The rankings and the seedings are still very odd to me. As someone, like, you can watch as much football as you want. There's some stuff that I'm just like, how are you actually determining like this wild card system and like who gets a bye and who, like, there's a lot of faultiness in that system. We need to talk to somebody at the NFL that actually knows how the system goes and like why has it never been changed.
No, literally because it's not making a whole lot of sense sometimes.
It's not. It's weird.
It's very weird. Very weird. All right, well, on that note, we could go into that chart in so much depth because there's a lot of discrepancies, I feel like, with what they've got going on in our answers. We took a look at the Packers. We're saying 7-9 season, 6-10 season, but definitely not a 12-5 season. We'll see how that plays out for them. Will we see them in the Super Bowl? I'm saying probably not. I just don't see them beating some of the other teams in the NFC. That's a really, really talented conference. So yeah, that's my take on that. I think USA Today was overly ambitious, but some of it makes a little bit of sense. So
a little bit.
On that note, let's go ahead and transition to some NBA talk because Jonathan Kuminga, one of the hottest names on the free agency, has yet to sign a deal or negotiate any type of contract with any team, but he's looking to come back to the Warriors. He has put up a high asking price for a long time. He's seeking around $30 million annually, and he either wants a long-term deal or for the Warriors to give him a shorter deal with a player option so that he can have control over his future. A league source said recently he apparently thinks he's at the Cade Cunningham, Scottie Barnes level where he should get that type of contract. It's really a quandary. I think it's bad for the Warriors and bad for him. Let's take a second. Bad for the Warriors and bad for him. That's a statement. That's a statement. For starters, do you think he's at Cade and Scottie's level?
No. I mean, I don't even think he's been able to showcase enough to even make those type of declarations. I mean, the things that we've seen, the flashes, the spurts, I think the potential is there. The ceiling is very high. But to be in the level of consistent starters with high minutes, big, efficiency and high volume, no. Maybe he feels like more on the talent level. Like if he was getting the same minutes, if he was getting the same volume, he would be, but that's shoulda, coulda, woulda, and that's hypotheticals. In front of us, no, you are not on a Cade Cunningham and Scottie Barnes level. And that's no disrespect to JK because I think he's a phenomenal player, but nah, not yet. He's not there.
Yeah, I think the key word is not yet. I think there's a chance that he will be. It doesn't mean that he'll never be, but asking for that price tag right now is kind of crazy in my mind. If anything, I'm putting him maybe in the tier of like the Josh Giddeys of the NBA, which is kind of funny because Josh is asking for the same amount with the Bulls. He's wanting $30 million annually, but the Bulls are coming back at him with 20. I think that's maybe a more appropriate number for Josh. And I also think it's a more appropriate number for JK too. Yeah, but 30's pushing it. 30's pushing it. But you know what they say? As long as there's delusion, there is hope. So
it's true. You know, you got to set your price. I can't even be mad at him for, you know, wanting to get what he feels like he's owed.
no,
I
for
think,
sure.
but I think I understand, like, it kind of doesn't, if you do that, it doesn't help the Warriors. And kind of in a sense, it doesn't help you as much either. Like, I actually do understand it on a lot of levels because the Warriors are not the place for JK. That's the thing that everyone has to come to grips about and accept in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not going to trade him, I can understand his logic, which is if you're not going to trade me, then go ahead and pay me.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's the logic, I can't be mad at it because he has tried to be traded a few times and the Warriors kind of are refusing to trade him. So you don't want to trade him. You don't want to package him, but you also don't want to use him. So yes, I do get the delusional point of, well, pay me my money then if like you're not going to trade me, like let me get paid.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like for both sides, it's like, does this really work? No. Not really, because then you're giving them all that money and like, are you actually going to play him? Probably not.
Right. Yeah, and there's no point of forking over that type of cash for a player that's just not going to see that much time on the floor. It's
Exactly.
a bad financial investment on that part. So, I mean, if I don't know what the contract negotiations have looked like, the talks between the Warriors and JK. I mean, obviously, it's not panned out very well because here we are deep into the summer. You know, we're halfway through August and we're still talking about it. And we were talking about him at the beginning of free agency. So, you know, it's not going to plan. I'm curious to see what is going on in the Warriors front office and what numbers they've thrown at him. Cause I don't think we've seen any numbers come out aside from this one. And this is coming from him. Right. So, you know,
Yeah.
what does it look like on the front office side of things? I'd be curious to know, but you know, maybe we'll get some insight here in the future. For right now, that's what we've got. So it'll be an interesting play for JK and Golden State.
He might get paid.
You think so? You think they're gonna cave?
I've seen the NBA throw money at people I never thought would get that type of money.
Like who?
I feel bad saying this. Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges just got a crazy contract.
Mm-hmm. You
I
don't
didn't
deserve that.
I didn't think he was worth that. Look up the contract. You're gonna be like, there's no way.
Nice.
No offense to Mikal Bridges. He's probably such a nice guy. I've never met him. Never met him. That's a lot of money.
What's the annual breakdown? That's a little over 22. I mean, it's a lot. Don't get me wrong, but I think Mikal Bridges is worth 22 a year.
You think he's?
Yeah, I do. You don't? What would you put him at? I guess if you're the one signing the checks and you had to be respectable, you're giving a respectful number, but something that's not, hey, this is, you know, kind of past my budget. What are you throwing at him?
Give me the whole thing. Isn't it like a 3-year, like
it's 4-year, 90 mil, a little over 90.
I would have went away from the 4-year and I would have made it a 2-year deal.
Okay. 2-year.
2-year. If he's getting 22 a mil right now, I would at least chop that up to where he's getting like 19 mil a year.
Okay, so like 38. Okay.
Yeah. I'm looking at the people. If I put myself in the shoes and I'm looking at my money, putting on my Jerry Jones hat.
Uh-oh.
Nobody's getting paid if I do that. I'm looking at Brunson. I'm looking at Cat. I'm looking at all this money. I just don't know if I'm giving him that. And it may be so in the realm of it. Like, I get what you're saying too, which is like, it's not like he's a JK, right? Like, it's not like he has minutes, he gives value, he has all these things. I just don't know. I don't know. The NBA throws out money at people I just didn't think would be getting new contracts. So, like, you know what? I'm not mad at JK because I think he's looking and he's like, y'all kind of throwing money at people I wouldn't think you would throw money at. So, like,
Whoa.
I might.
Wait, whoa. I was looking at the wrong number.
He's getting like 100 mil.
It's 150.
I knew
What
crazy.
number was I looking at? Hold on.
Yes.
Somebody lied to me.
Okay. I knew when you said 90, I was like, am I hearing
No,
things?
no.
Swear.
4 years, 150. I clicked into it. I was looking at the description, and the description was so lying.
We're back on track.
Okay,
We're
so
back on track.
He's getting 37.5 annually. That's a different conversation.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. I think where we were at initially with the 4-year 90, that was a little bit more reasonable. Putting him at like 22, that was fine.
That's a lot of money.
Closer to 40s, a lot. That's a lot. Okay, now we're back to earth now.
That's a lot. That's like, so I can't blame JK, because I do believe he's looking at a lot of people. And he's like, man, y'all not sparing no expense. Because like, am I giving Mikal Bridges that? No.
Yeah.
No. That's a ton. That's a ton.
That's a lot. Yeah. That's a lot.
For you to be what? Maybe a third or fourth option?
Yeah.
And like, I'm paying you for defense, I guess.
I see your point. I 100% see your point. Now that the numbers we've got that figured out.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot.
No, absolutely.
Goes on to say JK's delusion might be very validated by the numbers that he's seeing across the league.
That's so fair. Yeah. That's fair. Now I'm understanding.
Yeah.
What did Lethal Shooter say? I understand it now. I understand it now. Yeah. That's a lot of money. Okay, so JK may not be as delusional as we think he is. Still, he's asking for a lot. I think we can all agree on that.
Yes. It's a lot.
But you've made a great point. We haven't not seen the league throw crazy money at players that might not deserve crazy money. So we'll see how that pans out. On that note, you want to tee us up for our reinvented hotline segment,
which I think is going very well. So, if you're watching, if you're listening, you guys have actually really enjoyed the IG story submissions. Shocker, because you don't have to sit there and actually use your voice and talk. But I'm not going to say too much. We're appreciative. You've been giving us your hot takes. You've been submitting questions. And we have a few for today. Now, remember, if you want to be in the next round of these story submissions, so we can either address your hot take, address your question, make sure you go follow us on IG, _talk, and put your post notifications on, those story notifications, because when that goes live, you could go ahead and type in your hot take and your question. And we do have a question that you guys asked us, which I don't understand your obsession with the Colts, but who am I to judge? Who am I? I'm just a girl. Okay, who's not a fan of the Colts. And you guys asked me and Bailey, are the Colts making the playoffs? No.
Absolutely not. This is definitely coming. I have a bigger Indianapolis following. And this has got to be from an Indianapolis individual because, the obsession with the Colts is off the charts. I don't know why this is a question. I don't know why we're sitting here and asking ourselves that. The Colts have missed the playoffs for the last 4 years in a row. 2020.
It's an obsession. Y'all have an obsession. You Indiana people.
You indie animals. You silly indie animals. Yeah, no. We're not making the playoffs. Talk about teams that are confused. That's a team that's confused. I think too much has happened in Indianapolis this year. Literally too much has happened between the quarterback situation. The owner just passed away. Front office is kind of I don't want to say a mess because I really don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but I just feel like if your owner abruptly leaves, whether it's by death or by, other means, you're not going to have a stable organization. I think coaching's not looking horrible. There's been no real changes there, but it's just I don't know.
It's the quarterback situation. I think that's where it stems. Because this just doesn't. I mean, it goes into the hot take that we also got, which is Daniel Jones is going to lead the Colts to the Super Bowl.
Y'all cut the cameras, bro. I don't know why we're out here saying
your Indiana people are embarrassing you. Because why would y'all say that?
I don't know. It's Mr. Inconsistent. He's not. The Colts will not even make, like, even if I don't care who is our quarterback. You could give us Jalen Hurts and we're not making it to the Super Bowl.
No.
You could give us Patrick Mahomes, we're not making it to the Super Bowl. Give us Peyton Manning again and we're not making it to the Super Bowl. But yeah, definitely not with Daniel Jones. Not this year. No.
I believe y'all are cursed after Andrew Luck. The fact that Andrew Luck was like, y'all are not about to have me out here getting popped.
Right.
And I'm fighting for my life. I'm out of here.
Right.
I'm done.
Retiring.
Do you know how crazy? I think y'all are cursed. And I think y'all are cursed because, like, he really was like, are y'all not trying to help me? But
you might be. Because, playoff drought.
It's something.
Quarterback curse. Because, it's...
I don't understand it. I don't get it. The question, thank you. Hot take, not really appreciative of. Let's be realistic. I know it's a hot take, but to me, it wasn't even hot. That just, why? Like, I know you're hopeful.
Upset us. Yeah.
They're trying to rage bait me.
Yeah, this is.
And it worked.
This
because
is rage bait.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
No, this is rage bait.
Like, I feel like this next hot take is also rage bait.
I was going to say, how do you feel about this one? Because I personally, I'm not mad at it. I've been saying that we could see this potentially happening.
I don't like the team. So
okay,
the hot take we got in the submission was that Giannis will be traded before Christmas and it will be to the Knicks or to LA.
Which we need to clarify what team first. So
right. Will he be traded? I can see that. I think that's a good take because I do agree. I think last time we were like, is he going to stay? I think I was still on the fence of, I think he's going to stay. I think a lot of this is kind of just a little bit whatever. But like now that Dame is gone, it looks a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Now I can see it more that yes, being traded before Christmas. But to the Knicks or to LA, I don't see him going to the Knicks. And I don't see him going to LA. Now, if you would have said possibly like Miami, maybe. Since they were in the market for Kevin Durant, they wanted Kevin Durant. I can see that. But Knicks, I don't see Knicks. And after paying Mikal Bridges all that doggone money, I don't believe, no.
There's not even space for Giannis. They don't got enough. They don't got enough to get him. I think at this point, I would have said Knicks. Now, I have argued this point before that I could see Giannis on the Knicks. Now, that was before we've seen them spend a little bit of money. So now that conversation looks a little bit different. So do I realistically think that's going to happen? No, probably not. Again, with LA, what team are we talking about? Are we talking about the Lakers? Or are we talking about the Clippers? I
see neither.
I don't see LA being an option either. So like you said, these two teams, maybe not. Now, again, if you would have asked me this question earlier, maybe when I'd say earlier some months ago, I would have said Knicks for sure. I could see that happening. I'm going to advocate for that, actually. I'm going to go as far as to advocate for that. Now, not so much. I honestly think he stays in Milwaukee. I don't think he gets traded. At this point, I think this is a Giannis, Milwaukee, Wisconsin relationship that we just won't see getting broke up anytime soon.
I think he loves it.
I do too. There's been a lot of stuff from him in the offseason too about there's specific quotes that I've seen where he's just been not like overly talking about Milwaukee, but just very optimistic, very positive, and just
he loves it.
No indicator. There's just been no indicator that he's gonna walk away from that.
He should be comfortable with if they never win again. Now that is a conversation I think someone should ask. Like, would you stay in Milwaukee if it meant that you would never win another championship? I do wonder if his answer would be very different. But I mean, you look at Dame and like Dame wanted to go back to Portland, which I think shocked a lot of people because it's like the relationship, it was weird. And then he leaves and he's trying to win. And then you hear him be like, I'm so happy to be back. You hear the story with his daughter that's like, oh, we don't have to get on planes anymore. Like, he's like, yes, like, you know, so I see the same thing with Giannis. I don't think he would have it in him to leave and go somewhere else and acclimate to a different city and a new fan base and a new thing. I think it's kind of like a Dame thing. It's like you go back home and it's like, why would I ever leave again? And like he came to Milwaukee for Giannis. It didn't work out. He goes back to Portland. I see the same thing with Giannis. Like you said, like it doesn't give urgency. It doesn't give, get me out of here. It also doesn't give, I'm putting the front office in the corner and saying, go get this guy, go. It just, Milwaukee's doing nothing to me. That's how I look at it. They're doing nothing, and the best prize that they got is that their star doesn't really want to leave.
Right. Yeah. They're content with where they're at right now. It doesn't seem like they're wanting to change anything, which, I mean, TBD on that, whether that's good or bad. I feel like they're just okay with what they got.
Yeah.
Like there's no better way to say
They're
it.
content.
They're content. It's fine by me. But yeah, I don't know. I don't see him being traded this year at all. So let alone before Christmas. But yeah. Interesting hot takes. That was something. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. We always do. We appreciate your submissions because we like to hear from y'all. And of course, we were unfortunately not able to do our live stream, but we will try to be back on Twitch next week and every week thereon after, 8 p.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. Pacific. So make sure to sub or follow on Twitch. You got the link in the description below. And if you miss part of the stream, you can always watch it on YouTube, just like you're watching it on YouTube now. Every Monday, 12 p.m. Eastern time, 9 a.m. Pacific time, you can find a new episode and some other clips from our previous episodes are debuted on YouTube. On that note, thank you for joining us for week 12, third of the way through our season. Inaugural year for OTR, and that so fast. It's been good so far, and we'll continue to keep going. Have good shows for y'all in the coming weeks. On that note, we out.